What's up, everybody? Yo, John Sanders here with Limitless. Thank you for tuning in today. I'm wearing red today. I'm not a very colorful human being, but I try to be occasionally. We have our opponents for this weekend, not for the fourth graders yet, but I'm working on that. Just have to get the team to confirm. I hate these last second people, man, but it's literally everyone is last second, and we're gonna try to change that soon. Soon, if we get our 16 locations started with just like all we don't need that many people. All right, for 16 locations, it's going to be 4 areas. All right, so 4 gyms in each area. So let's say the Broomfield area, we'll have 4 different gyms. Among those 4 gyms, we just need 5 first through 4th graders, maybe like 6 for like a backup, and like 5 5th through 8th graders, 5 or 6 9 through 12th graders. So we would need like 15 or 18 people, just total, basically, all right, for each for each 4 grade levels. So overall, what that equates to is about 60 people per area, which sounds like a lot, but it's not when you just see it as like 15 people per gym. All right, and if we get that, we can play against ourselves. I mean, we literally don't need anything else. We could skew the games to make them like more even if we need to, whatever. We would just be playing basketball all the time. All right, and then as we grow from there, we'll be able to grow better because we'll be able to do exactly what we want. We won't have to be dependent on other teams. That's been the issue, is being dependent on other people, because we have a goal, you have a goal, I have a goal, your parents have a goal, and it's very different than what Colorado goals usually are, because Colorado people, they might say one thing, but they don't do those things. They say that they want this, but when it comes down to it, they don't want to put in the work. So that leads me to my talks for the day. All right, I love these talks. All right, but the talk for today is that one right there. All right, rough road ahead. All right, you have to be prepared because there is a rough road ahead. All right, and I don't know whether you thought that it was going to be easy or not, but I think a lot of people assume that it's going to be easy. They assume that when they say their goals out loud, that's like 90% of the journey, but it's not. All right, it's extremely tough to get your high goals achieved. So when we give you the opportunity, don't think that that's your lucky day. No. All right, when we give you the opportunity, that is merely the first step of a million. And each step along the way, even though you have the door open for you, you have an opportunity to get there now. It's fantastic. But each step along the way is going to be tumultuous. All right? Each step along the way is going to be tougher than the step before it. It's not going to be easy. So get that out of your head. It's just not going to be easy. So when we ask you guys to play up age levels, when we ask you guys to post homework, know that that's not going to be easy. Like one day might be okay to shoot your shots. All right, but it's the persistence of doing it every single day. When we ask you to post homework, it's the persistence of and the professionalism of going in, filming it, posting it, trying to create that culture. When we ask you to play up, it's not just showing up for the games and getting your butt kicked, but it's like going out there and giving a true effort, even though you have a very small % chance to win. It's these things, and each time that you add something else to your plate, you're creating a new standard. It's a new standard to where now you've gotten better, but now you're gonna have to get better again, because now maybe after you play up, after you do all the homework, after you get better and better and better, you're gonna be better than all of the kids at your school. But then now you're going to see, I'm not better than all the kids in the city. I still get my butt kicked. So you're going to get better than all the kids in the city eventually. But then you realize that you're not better than all the kids in the state. You still get your butt kicked. So now you're going to try to get better than all the kids in the state. And even after that, you're not better than all the kids in the country. So now you got to get better than them. And even then, you got to get better than all the kids in the world. But then you start ninth grade and realize you're now 3 years behind the seniors and you have to get better than them. So it's a continuing thing. And even if you make it to the NBA, now you have new hurdles to go above. So it'll always be creating new standards and new standards and new standards. And every step along the way, it's going to be rough. And you have to understand that going into it to have the best chance at accomplishing it. So when there's two choices to make, to play for this team or to play for that team, or to do this or to do that, choose the one that is harder. All right? Don't be tricked into playing for an all-star team where everything becomes easy. And now like your job's easy and it's simple and you're happy. And you do a workout that is like very, very like cool on like, on your lungs. It's very easy on your legs and it feels good. That's a huge trick to make you stop working as hard as you're supposed to be working. All right. So if the road's not hard, you need to probably figure it out to stop. All right. And if the games aren't difficult, you should probably find some harder games. All right. So that's the one thing that I can't do for you guys. I can tell you to go this way or that way. I can tell you to do this and that, but I can't make the games easier. All right? The games are going to be what they are. If you struggle in the games, it needs to be a good thing. And until you're ready, it might be months or even years until you have that breakout game. You have to keep searching for it. I can't hand it to you. We can't set up your shots to just go in. We can't tell the other team to take it easy on you. So just heads up, there's going to be a rough road ahead, but know deep down inside your heart and in your mind and in your logic that you would want it no other way. Got it? All right. Other thing that I was going to talk about is work hard, stay humble. All right. Hard work isn't just a necessity. All right. Yeah, you should work hard to make everyone happy, to go for your dreams, etc., etc. I think that you should see hard work. I think that you should see hard work as the tiebreaker. All right. So, let me see. After all the people, let me see. All right. A lot of experts who are like professional basketball coaches or people who watch basketball all the time, or people who watch basketball all the time, they're going to say that they figured you out. Your parents are going to tell you that you can only be this tall. Your friends are going to tell you that you can only do this much. Your teammates are going to tell you that you can only go so far in life or whatever. Your coach might even be like against like your ultimate dreams of making the NBA, whatever it may be. Well, they're just talking about your trajectory on like where you're headed. But they're talking about where you're headed if you were a normal human being. All right? They don't know that you're capable of increasing your trajectory even higher. They don't know that you're able to work harder than anyone who's ever worked before because they're not factoring that in. All right? When certain pros get drafted into the NBA, the difference usually between the top 5 picks or so is how hard they're willing to work once they get paid. But no one knows, not even the person knows who's being drafted. So at the end of the day, hard work is the tiebreaker. Hard work is the unexpected. Hard work is the one thing that they can't predict. It's the one thing that they don't expect you to do. So if you put in an amazingly high level of hard work, everyone else is just going to be shocked that you were able to do that. So put in that work, and once you do put in that work, realize you needed to put in that work, so you shouldn't be cocky about it. You should realize like there are more genetically gifted people out there. There are more talented individuals. There are luckier individuals. There are people with maybe even better training or whatever it may be. But if your hard work ends up having you lap them, if your hard work ends up having you get better than they, if your hard work, sorry, I'm trying to say it right. If your hard work ends up having you surpass even them, then realize that you should be humble because of your beginnings. But it is a great thing that you can work harder than everyone else. So that's the secret weapon. That's the magical sauce. That's the thing that no one is expecting you to do. If you put in that hard work, anything is possible. All right. That's all that I had to say for those. And now we can start the show with our quote of the day. Quote of the day is, do it now. We talked about just do it last weekend, but this is do it now. All right, now. One of our best quotes that we have, I think it's one of our stories, I'm not really sure, but it's a quote that I like a lot. It says, the best time to do it was 20 years ago, or for you guys like 5 years ago, 2 years ago, when you were younger. But the second best time is now. And for that quote, it was like the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago, but the second best time is right now. All right, you can only do what you can do right now. So if you want to be that future NBA pro, imagine what you want to be. Imagine what you want to be, and imagine how hard that you want to work once you get drafted into the NBA. Well, how hard is that? Okay, then do that right now. And if you can't at least make your way toward doing that right now, you're not going to be able to do that when you get there. And I know, because I was that pro. I tried to step it up and I couldn't, because I didn't have a lifetime of work behind me. I just thought that once I became a pro, I would just magically start working hard, and it's not possible. You need to grow up with that hard work embedded in your soul to have a chance to do it. So if you've ever thought about working hard, quote of the day, do it now. All right, let's go to the poll question. Poll question today. All right, this was a game-winning shot. Is it a travel or nah? Is it a travel or nah? Watch it carefully.
They give him the basketball in the middle of the floor. They clear it out. And what a shot. Fading away. Going glass. Ethan Morton is...
All right, so look, man. There is such thing as a gather step. I mean, okay, so the difference is this. In the NBA, once you grab it, that needs to be at the same exact time as you take that zero step. There. All right. In college or maybe high school, it's when you dribble it. You have to take that zero step on the dribble. That's the difference. So that's a huge difference. I'm not sure what I believe in terms of, like, I just know what it looks like. It looks like a travel. But I will say this. All right, what do you guys think? One, but two, referees don't like to call stuff in the last seconds, because they may be wrong or may be right about a call, but if no one calls it, who are you going to blame? All three of them? All right, refs hate to call that stuff. And that's when Reggie Miller pushed off of Michael Jordan and stuff like that, all right, because, like, he dares the ref to call that call. Refs like to swallow the whistle and just let the play out, because they don't want to be in charge of the win or the loss, but they are either way. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is that a travel or not? Is it a travel or not? Let me know what you think. Let's go to our stuff that we got today. All right, weekend form shots. That's our thing for the month. Wow. All right, pro hop, pick and roll, pass to pop. It's not passing to your dad. No, it's passing to the person that's popping out. We're actually gonna practice this stuff. Step back jumpers, pump fake to dribble bank shots, and then 3-point contest possibly. All right, horseshoe shots. It's one of our warm-ups that we do. We always start with a warm-up on the team day. We eventually want to rotate through all the warm-ups. All right, 180 poly for shots. Pick and roll defense. Point guard advance the ball ahead under 15 seconds up by 4+ points, and deflections. When you get deflections, you keep the defense out of their flow. You want to keep your passing hand in the passing lane. 180 poly for shots is handing the ball off and then going for a poly. We're definitely going to do that today. So hopefully we can get through all this stuff. For pick and roll defense, it's how we shoot out and how we totally take advantage of people trying to do a pick and roll against us. It's a great offensive play, but if we blitz it, it becomes a really, really hard offensive play. So we got to make sure that we do our part. Point guard advancing the ball ahead. Your job as a point guard is to get the ball ahead of the court as fast as possible. That usually is not your dribble. So if you're a point guard, you're not over dribbling. All right, passing the ball ahead, so we'll practice that as well. All right, anyways, that's everything. Heads up for the trivia question today, and Jason's just been dominant lately. Let's see if anyone can beat him. All right, trivia question today is: this player is known for the facial hair between his eyes. That's simple. This player is known for the facial hair between his eyes. I like to give this player a nickname from the movie Unbreakable. It's pretty simple question. Hopefully you guys get it right. The first person to get it right wins for the day. Whoever wins for the month, which is probably going to be Jace, wins a $50 coin. All right, and we'll bring it to practice, Jace. But anyways, who can win for the day? AD is the answer. Chacon with the win. AD, Anthony Davis. Chosen to just say AD. That was smart. How many more days? I think you still have a chance to catch him. I think you still have a chance. If you win the next 3, yeah, this is still a ball game because now Josias won. It's still a ball game, folks. We're out 6-3 now, and it is Anthony Brow Davis. They don't call him like the brow that much anymore, but I don't know. Did he shave it? I don't think he shaved it. But it's not as popular as like the beard is it? Anyways, yeah. So there's that. Let's go into the fitness stuff here. We were looking at this, and these are the big 3 stats, 10 years apart. All right, so 10 years apart. This is LeBron when he was 30 and when he was 40. All right, it's like he got better. That's like by a lot. That's like crazy. And then how about KD? 10 years apart, he got better mostly. Steph Curry got basically better. I mean, like this is look at the facial hair difference. Look at it. Steph Curry looks like he's 12 years old right here. Now he's 80 and he's still just cranking it out. I think what this proves is, one, they're magnificent, okay? All right. But 2, people are just aging better. So I got a question. What's it gonna look like? What's it gonna look like years from now? Like the crop that is like freshmen right now, or rookies right now, are they gonna be even better because of their diets and things like that? Or is this a bygone era? But I know when these guys came into the league, people were already thought that it was a bygone era. People were like, who's going to pick up the mantle after Michael Jordan? Then they're like, who's going to pick up the mantle after Kobe Bryant? Now, all these guys did it, and it's like, you always going to say who. There's always going to be a next. There's always like, and this is a huge world. Someone's going to want to work hard. I mean, yo, what up, Luke? Someone's going to want to work hard in this world. So, yeah, who's going to be the next guys, and are they going to be even like better at longevity? Because I think that this is just a product of our times, like evolution of like the athlete. They're taking better care of themselves, taking fewer chances. If that's a good or a bad thing, I don't know, but they're more efficient in that regard. There's just more analytics in the game. But this is astonishing. The 10-year difference between these stats with these guys. My hat's off to them, and yeah, I'll be right back after these messages. And we're back. Let's check the homework out. Who's been posting? I got Weston. I got Jace doing some ball handling. Lincoln right there. I see you. Who else is there? I think that I got to start checking this more, man, because we had so many people that didn't run. Cam, I see you, Cam. That didn't run. I'm doubting you now. I don't know. Was that Trenton? Who's on the bottom? No, that's Jace. He looks like Trenton. All right. Anyways, great job to tell the people posting. Make sure you guys keep posting that homework. As we grow, that'll just grow unto itself. I know Noah says you got a D2 offer, and they specifically mentioned his homework online. So I do know that it's a great recruiting tool. But I like it just for the culture creation, but it can be used for many, many things. Heck, I would look at it on a freaking job application. If you're like 25 years old and you're like, hey, I did this when I was growing up, I'd be like, what? That's crazy. You're hired. Anyways, let's see some behind the scenes stuff. Okay, so I don't really know what this is. All right, but it's a thing. Let me see. Introducing net points. It's the newest NBA matrix. Net points. All right, so let me think. How does this go? Which uses play-by-play data to evaluate a player's performance. It quantifies every rebound, shot, turnover, and free throw, and assigns credit and blame to the players on the court. So it's like everything mixed together for a stat. Do you guys like this? So when you see someone like Giannis, who gets 19.9 total points, 16 on offense, 3 on defense, because he went 21 for 34. Is this the newest matrix? I know that they love to do stats. I will take these stats over just points and over just rebounds, I suppose, because it looks like it's trying to factor in defense as well. I don't think that there are stats out there that can capture every player. And I would love to see what this does, because look at Jokic right here and Russell Westbrook. They had a triple-double, and they only had 16. But I need a stat that can also capture, like, X-Factor players, like Dennis Rodman or Draymond Green. But here's just some more stats, looking like Steph Curry with a +7 for his first 15 games. I don't understand it, but I was the king of statting out in college because I could do a little bit of everything, and they did give me credit for that. So if the stat includes a little bit of everything, I don't see it as a bad thing. And people do love stats, and I do love how analytics can help us with the game, but you shouldn't get over involved in your stats, because then you start to, mock up your game in certain ways that shouldn't be, period. All right, so this is neat. I don't know where it's headed. Just wanted to bring it up on the show. Let's see the story of the day. Being a doctor, teacher, or social worker are very important things in this world. But there are many other professions that are just as silly as being an athlete. Especially when you realize what life is truly about and the impact you can make on this world from any of life's arenas. So pursue your passion and learn excellence on a daily basis. That's a very, very deep little video right there. So I think what I just said was like, yeah, there are doctors, very, very important. Teachers, very, very important. But fire department people, police maybe. After that, I mean, like, you have to look at like being like a housewife as being very important as well, because that's like the mom, right? The dad even, right? As like a job, to being that important now. But besides those, what jobs are that important? I mean, the person that takes your money when you cross a bridge, but we need to fund the bridge, so maybe that job's important. How about the person that makes your Subway sandwich, but we need them to make our Subway sandwich? But it's not that important. All right. The guy that tells jokes for a living, is that important? But it makes us happy. And isn't happiness, like, without happiness, we don't have like a great life. All right. Is it the TV actors that we pay millions of dollars to? All right. All these jobs, I think we could like do away with many occupations. So either see those occupations as not that important, or see the other jobs like being an athlete or being that comedian as extremely important, all right, or just as important. All right, maybe not as much as the doctor and stuff, but as important as the other jobs, like a banker. All right, so never look down upon a certain like career path because you think that it's silly, or because you think that society thinks that it's silly. If you can go after your passion, you're going to learn a lesson that many people during the pandemic learned, and it's that screw your job and go for your happiness. All right, we live one time exactly. I mean, even if you believe in reincarnation, we live one time as the thing that we are. I mean, you won't have that much of a chance to make the NBA if you come back as a butterfly. All right, so yeah, make the most of this life and go for your happiness. And when you do that, you're gonna be a happier person. So all those people in your life, they're going to appreciate you. All right, now I know that money makes the world go round, and your parents are going to force you to do this and that, and it's probably for your own good. But if it's within the realm of reality, at least keep it on the side, and you shoot for it with all your heart. And what I think is when you combine hard work and your passion together, that you're not going to want to separate those two things ever when you grow up. And you're going to be like, no, if I'm going to work hard at something, it's going to be for my passion. If I'm going to be passionate about something, it'll be for what I'm working hard at. And whether that makes you a better banker, or it makes you figure out a way to own your own gardening store, that's an amazing thing in life, an amazing gift in life. And you'll be like a happy parent, a happy sibling, a happy human being. And if the world were more happy, there would be fewer crazier things going on. So you'd be doing the world a favor just by following your dreams, as opposed to, unless you're a doctor or a teacher or something like that. But even so, even compared to those, you striving for your happiness and doing what you're passionate about, it helps the world, and not just the ways that your occupation does, whether you sell clothes or something like that, but it also helps the world because you are bringing your happiness into the world to spread, and people will follow that, and you spreading that makes the world a greater, better place. So take what was said, and I'm going to repeat it again just so you can hear it. Being a doctor, teacher, or social worker are very important things in the world. But there are many other professions that are just as silly as being an athlete, especially when you realize what life is truly about and the impact you can make on this world from any of life's arenas. So pursue your passion and learn excellence on a daily basis. All right? I think that's a wonderful, wonderful thing. All right, let's go on to the last thing that we're talking about, our product review. All right, and this product review is just in general on the Celtics. All right, and not just the Celtics exactly, but the Celtics bench. All right, okay, so the Celtics they have a great starting five. They got Kristaps Porzingis, they got Jason Tatum, they got Jaylen Brown. All right. And those are their main guys, right? But then you got random guys off the bench like Peyton Pritchard and Derek White, who starts occasionally. And these guys, this game right here that we're watching, Peyton scored 43 points, and the same game that Derek White scored 41 points. To have a couple of bench players, basically a couple of role players, be able to do a superstar feat like that even once shows you how incredibly deep their team is and how dangerous this team is. And it also shows you that if you are a role player, you can play the heck out of that role. Because you never know when your name is going to be called, and you just have to just wait and be prepared. And 3 shots that you shoot in every game needs to go toward the finality of the season, because you never know when someone's going to come down with injury. You never know when you're just going to get your chance. You never know what's going to happen. And if your team is this deep, you're unstoppable, because people are going to start keying in on your best players. And when they do that, your job becomes that much easier. And if you can take that step and go, oh, you just double teamed, let's say Kiernan, I'm open, this is a bucket, boom, like that, oh, the game's over. From that point on, they just have to just make up something or just give you even easier shots at that point in time. All right, so as a role player, wherever you are, strive to be like these guys, and they're going to go far in the playoffs. Hopefully not too far, because I still want my Lakers to somehow win. I don't know if we can beat them. Anyways, I'll see you guys soon. Don't forget that our quote of the day is "Do it now." All right. Congrats on the win. Way to keep the game alive, Chacon. I'll see you guys soon at the practice. And don't forget to buy from our store. All right, our store is it's on WhatsApp. I sent you guys the link, and then don't forget about the games. Sign up for those soon. Almost all the spots are gone. So if you're not signed up, you might be in trouble. All right, talk to y'all soon, man. Peace, guys.
it.